So what's happening with that? So what's happening with that influencer lawsuit between Amazon influencers Sydney Nicole and Alicia Sheal? So this is going to be a podcast about the lawsuit. It's going to be talking about my hot takes at the end, and also how you can say you're out of trouble if you're actually thinking about doing the same thing. My name is Derek Fahey. I'm a registered patent attorney and intellectual property attorney with a Plus IP firm, and we're going to walk through the lawsuit and these things, like I said. So let's just jump right in. Let me share my screen here so I can show you exactly what we're talking about. So essentially, this is actually the amended complaint of a lawsuit that was filed by Sydney Nicole and versus Alicia Sheal. Essentially, both are Amazon influencers. They actually review products on Amazon and then post them, and then based upon the reviews, people will purchase the products. And Sydney Nicole, who's a plaintiff in the case, sued Alicia Sheal and her related entities in the Western District of Texas for several causes of action, which I'll go through that in a second. But essentially, Sydney was saying that she has a very sleek, sleek, minimalist type style, and that Alyssa was copying her posts, and she's suing for several causes of action. And before I get to the causes of action, we're going to talk about like the allegations, really. So the first one is copyright infringement. So let's just talk about what we see here. So essentially, Sydney is saying that how Alyssa actually would do this very similar post, similar style, etc. And here's actually in the complaint that you see a photo or a part of a reel that's posted by Sydney on the left and on the right by Alyssa. And Sydney is alleging that she copied that, she's doing the same thing. She's, going to the same places, same style. So that's actually one of the allegations is copyright infringement, which we'll get to in a second. Here's another thing that they're saying, that Sydney's saying, is that the look and feel of our posts and the slideshow are substantially the same as mine, same products, etc. You can see here, same kind of layout, okay? Same kind of vibe. All right, here's another post, which is Sydney on left, the plaintiff, versus Alyssa on the right. And you can see that how Sydney is claiming that Alyssa is, posting with the same, boots, same, and the same flower right here in the middle. And here's another one. She points out the fact that she's the posts there. She's reviewing the same products and the same style, and these are some of her allegations. All right. Here's another one, another post here. You can see the same style, same products. Okay. And they also went to the same website. So this is the website for Sydney Nicole, and then secondly, you'll see the website for Alicia Sheal. Okay. So now you kind of understand what the facts are. We're going to go through what the causes of action are. The first one is copyright infringement. So Sydney is alleging that Alicia's, copying, is creating substantial copies of her posts. So essentially, she's claiming that she actually registered all of her certain posts, and now is claiming that Alyssa has infringed or has created a substantial copy on her posts. Okay. That's the first kind of a cause of action. The second cause of action, which is somewhat related to the first one, is what's called vicarious copyright infringement. Essentially, this basically says that the person, whoever's posting on behalf of Alyssa, even if Alyssa's not posting, Alyssa is responsible by vicarious liability, which means essentially if you post and if your employee posts on your business account, then the employer is responsible. That's kind of what this is saying, vicarious liability. This is also a Copyright Act violation. It's related also to the copyright infringement stuff, which I'm not going to go in right now. The next one what I want to talk about is a trade dress infringement. So she is saying that Sydney is claiming that Sydney is claiming that she has a distinctive trade dress of monochrome, cream, gray, and neutral beige colors coupled with minimal sophisticated styling of Amazon products. That's what she says her trade dress is, that she has this look and feel of these posts. And I'll pull this back up again so you can kind of see the look and feel of this minimalist type style. Okay, these minimalist type style. And she's saying that Alyssa's copying her style, her trade dress. And I'll get into my hot takes later on. And then the last one, the other cause of action is she's saying that how Alyssa is misappropriating Sydney's name, image, and likeness. All right. So in other words, that Sydney has obtained a lot of notoriety based upon what she looks like and her outfits and her hairstyles and her voice. She's got all these followers, and Alyssa knowingly is actually using the same kind of benefit, using basically her same style and look in order to get a commercial gain. All right, so very interesting. Let's go over my hot takes. All right, so first off, let's go through copyright infringement. Quite frankly, it's really fact specific here. We in the complaint we only see one reel. Here is Sydney on the left and Alyssa on the right. This is one post. I mean, what Sydney is saying is, hey, this is a substantial copy of my posts. Okay, you have the same clothes. It's substantially the same, substantially similar. You had access to my posts, and you're infringing on my particular post. Now, I think the copyright infringement in some cases is going to work. For the videos, I think it'll be more difficult. So in order to prove copyright infringement, Sydney has to show that it's original, that it's a substantial copy of what the work that she did. And copyright infringement in these kind of cases are not difficult to prove, because what Alyssa's going to claim is that how, I bought this product, and what she has alleged in her defenses already is, I bought these products. I'm just posing like everybody else does. Amazon promotes these products at the same time, so my pose is different than Sydney's, and this is not a substantial copy of Sydney's works. And the videos, I think, will be more difficult potentially, because the specific videos will have a lot of differences. So, I think the copyright infringement is probably going to be a little bit difficult to prove unless it's super, super close. Now, what do you think? Do you think this video, these two are close enough? Is that close enough? I don't know. All right. The next one we're going to talk about which is another cool one, is the trade dress infringement. So trade dress infringement, essentially, Sydney has to show that her monotone cream, gray, and beige neutral colors, coupled with modern, minimal, and sophisticated styling, is actually distinctive. She has to actually say that it's distinctive, or that it's proved secondary meaning. Now, trade dress is the look and feel of a particular product packaging or product design. Now, interestingly, in order to prove trade dress infringement, first the plaintiff would have to show, if it was a product packaging, they would have to show that it can actually be already distinctive. If it's a product design, the plaintiff has to show that the product, that the style has acquired secondary meaning, or that people consider that particular thing as a source identifier. My hot take on this is, I think it's going to be difficult for the plaintiff to argue that this is, or to prove that this is actually a distinctive trade dress. And also, it's going to be difficult to show that it's established secondary meaning. I think it's going to be very fact specific as to how much people identify this particular style as her own. I think that's going to be difficult. And then also, Alyssa is going to have some defenses. Hey, these products are all being sold by Amazon and promoted by Amazon, and Amazon's asking us to review these products, and everybody's doing the review. And also, it's very vague as to what your style is. Typically, when you talk about trade dress, you typically have a more tight kind of theme, but it's possible. I mean, I just think that's a tougher case to prove for Sydney, because, in my opinion, is this product design or product packaging? Is the look and feel of the actual posts, is that a product design, or is that product packaging? I think the court is probably going to side on the fact that it's maybe product packaging, product design, and may require Sydney to prove that the trade dress is actually acquired secondary meaning, which is going to be more difficult for Sydney. So I think this is going to be a difficult case to prove. As far as name, image, and likeness, quite frankly. Also, you know, this is actually super interesting because Sydney's claiming that how she's, she's copying her hairstyles and her poses, and that how that Alyssa actually got a tattoo that's similar to Sydney's. And typically you see this kind of thing when, if you say that LeBron James promoted your or endorsed your product, but, LeBron James didn't really promote your product or purchase your product, you're basically benefiting off that amazing, the name, image, and likeness of LeBron James, and benefiting, getting commercial gain from saying that people like LeBron James products. In this particular case, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out because, I mean, you know, is Alyssa really actually, um, you know, misappropriating the A name, image, and likeness in Sydney when she's actually not talking about her just by the look and feel of something? I think this is going to also be a very difficult thing to prove. Ultimately, I think this case is going to settle. This case is very fact specific. It's very fact intensive. It's going to cost a lot of money to try this case. And ultimately, I think it's going to settle. Now, what can you do if you're an influencer and you like someone else's style? If you like the concept, think about what the concept is doing and try to be creative in your own right. Create your own style. Be authentic. If you create cool, unique things that are original, you should own the rights to it. Now, many times when you actually do that, what happens is people want to take it. So if you create cool, unique stuff, people will want to imitate it. So when you do that, if you want to, if you like someone's theme or style, think how you can create your own spin on it. So it's some sort of original aspect of it. Don't try to copy. It'll be better for you in the long run. Be authentic. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you had any questions while you listen to the video, please put it in the comments. I'm sure I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. Have a great